Hi BookTube, it's Missy, and today I'm here to share with you guys my March birthday book haul part 2. I'm going to have a different outfit on, maybe. I really like this sweater, so even though I change my shirt every day, I kind of just throw this sweater back on. So it always looks like I'm wearing the same thing. Anyways, I do have my book outlet box, and I have one of my thrift book store. Wait, let me try this again. Thrift books. I have one of my thrift books. The other 3 will be here tomorrow, hopefully. It says it's in San Diego, and so I should get them tomorrow, but I wanted to open this box now, and then I'll just insert a clip of me opening up the other 3 tomorrow, and then I will upload this video. Anyways, let's start with the thrift book. I'm very excited about this one. I've been wanting it for a really long time. And do you guys know what Reader's Digest is? I mean, they don't really have them anymore. A lot of the times they would be sitting in like doctor's offices, and long time ago, when the book first came out, I read what is it called? An excerpt? I think that's what it's called. Of this book in the doctor's office in a Reader's Digest, and that made me want to own the story. So I can't believe it came without a dust jacket. I guess that's okay. This is a book that I might not keep once I'm done reading it, so we will see. This is Into the Wild. I don't know why. Is it just called Wild? I thought it was called Into the Wild. Oh no, it's just Wild. Alright, so it's called Wild, From Lost to Found on the Pacific Crest Trail by Cheryl Strayed. I've always wanted, why do I always do that? I've always wanted to own this book, but I've never wanted to pay, like, you know, expensive prices for it. And, oh God, you know, I didn't realize how much I would hate not having a dust jacket. Okay, it's fine. So it's a hardcover. It's got deckled edges. I've read, like I said, an excerpt of it. It's about a woman who is transitioning in her life. I think she might have gotten a divorce or something, and she really wants to go on the Pacific Coast Trail, and she does it alone. And through this experience of her hiking by herself, she learns about herself and becomes more strong and confident and yada yada. Yeah, this is non-fiction. So yeah, I'm very interested in hiking the Pacific Coast Trail. My husband and I talk about it all the time. We are avid campers, and we are actually going to Zion in 2 days, and we're going to go camp at a place outside of Zion, about 20 minutes, and that's going to be really fun, and we're taking the kids, and we're just really excited. We really like hiking and camping, so the Pacific Coast Trail is like the peak of that, right? And it's really harsh, and it takes a lot of planning and concentration and being able to deal with the elements, and so we're definitely looking forward to upping our game up in the future when the kids are grown, because I don't want to bring them with me. I couldn't imagine having to deal with all of that and then watch children. That would just be a nightmare. So anyways, long story short, I'm definitely looking forward to reading this book. Alright, so on to the giant book outlet box. This is massive. So I bought this box because I was missing 2 of the middle grade books that I am currently, well, the series that I'm currently reading to my children. I have 1 through 4, and then I realized I needed 5 and 6. Yes, so I had to buy them. They weren't sold for a cheaper price either on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, so I just, you know, did it, and I figured, what the hell, I'll get the $35 one where I get free shipping. And so what I did was I picked up all the books out of my wish list that were fairly cheap. I wanted all of the books to be less than $3, just because, I don't know, I really just am cheap, and I like to like really stretch out my money if I can. And so all these books are really cheap. I found a bunch of books I've never heard of before, and hopefully they are good. We will see. But let me take out the paper so I can give you the sneaky peekies. Oh man. Okay, so this box was actually like broken in the mail. I think the post office just is not very good at delivering books, and they're always opening up my packages to make sure they are books, which drives me crazy, but what can you do? All right, so the first thing I purchased was called I'm So Bored, the Doodle Notebook, written and illustrated by Susan McBride. This was like 99 cents. I figured, what the hell? My son loves to doodle. And what this thing is it's got doodles in it, and it's got like prompts in order to make doodles. And he's always like, Mom, what should I draw? I'm like, I don't know. Draw whatever you want. I was on, you know, on the fence on whether I wanted to keep this for myself, but you know, I really don't need it. So I'm going to give it to him. This is very cute. I also bought him this is very lame. I thought it was going to be different. But again, this was really cheap too. I think it was like $1.15. It's 100 Cartoon Faces and Expressions, How to Draw and Paint. It's a huge like booklet. And yeah, he was like, Mom, these don't really look interesting to me. So if he absolutely hates it, I will just give it away to one of you guys if you guys are interested in drawing cartoon expressions. It's kind of old-fashioned expressions too. Like, he's kind of into the anime eyes, and this is very like 80s drawings. We'll see. I can't see where it, when it was actually made. Whatever. So there's that. On to the books that I bought. So the first one I have here is called A Reunion of Ghosts by Judith Clare Mitchell. I bought this because of the cover. Yeah. But it did sound good. Like I said in a previous video, I don't use Book Outlet and stuff my box with just random books because they're cheap. I really make sure that I read the synopsis and know what it's about before I buy it, because I don't want to have just cheap crap books on my shelves. I want to be able to really read them. So this is about 3 wickedly funny sisters, one family's extraordinary legacy, a single suicide note that spans a century. That sounded very interesting to me. I have 2 sisters, so I like to read books about sisters. This has deckled edges, which I absolutely love. And the suicide note is what grabbed me. So I'm interested to know what all of that is about. And yeah, again, gorgeous cover. Absolutely love it. All right, the next book that I purchased was not under $5, and this is a new release. This is called The Lost Causes, Misfits, Outcasts, and the Only Ones Who Can Find a Killer. This came out late last year. I can't remember. With the help of a dangerous serum, the FBI erases the teens' past problems and unlocks the psychic ability within each of them. In return, all they have to do is help find the killer who's turned their small town upside down. That's the gist of the book. Yeah. So here's the book itself. Really boring, but it does have silver end pages, which is kind of nice. And yeah, there's no nice chapter heads. It's not deckled edged. We will see. It's a YA thriller, so I was looking forward to reading it. The next thing I have in the box is Murder of Crows. This is book 2 in the Others series. There are 6, I think, so far. I do own the first one. I haven't picked it up yet, but this one was on sale for like $2 and it's hardcover. So I figured I would grab it to add it to my collection so I have both and just in case. And yeah, it's about a girl who has like some kind of magical ability in her blood. I can't remember exactly what her blood does, but she's unique and she's like one of the only ones that has this blood thing, and so she needs to, I can't remember if it was like pick sides or people are after her because of it. Looking forward to reading it though. And my friend Keely over at A Bibliophile's Journey, which I'll leave her channel link down below, really likes this series, so I definitely want to pick it up. Alright, the next book in the box is called Disclaimer, and thank you to Superfan. This is called Redactive? Something like that. She told me down below in another video what these, crossed out lines are. So Disclaimer turns out to be the Gone Girl of the season. This is by Renee Knight, and I like thrillers. So this sounded interesting. A brilliantly conceived, addictive psychological thriller about a woman haunted by secrets and the price she will pay for concealing the truth. Looking forward to it. Ugly, ugly book. But, it's the contents, really, that matter for the most part. I'm just shallow and I want a beautiful book. But I am looking forward to another thriller. All right, then we have Knocking on Heaven's Door, The Path to a Better Way of Death by Katie Butler. I don't want to be gross and say a fan, but I'm extremely interested in death, in the process of death, in what happens after death, for the, embalming or burying and all that stuff. And if you like this kind of stuff, Keely, again, reads these kinds of books. She really enjoys, or, again, is interested in this topic. So I thought this would be a good one. It says this book might transform healthcare to a model that truly cares for the patient and the family. Some people said that they didn't like the way she was talking about death, but others said it was a kind of like a comedic, maybe not comedic. She just made it more relatable. I think that's what it says. But I'm interested in it, so there you go. Next we have, this was a cover buy because it looked awesome. This is called Speakers of the Dead, Walt Whitman Mystery by J. Aaron Sanders. So Walt Whitman is the main character of the book, and this is a mystery, and I love mysteries. And let's see, I thought I saw a picture in here. Illustrations are always cool. What did I see? Where is it? Oh, it's like the transition. This is 2 weeks later. It has like a little skull there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this one. The year is 1843. The place, New York City. Aurora reporter Walt Whitman arrives at the Tombs prison yard where his friend Lena Stowe is scheduled to hang for the murder of her husband Abraham. I don't want to read anymore. I'm looking forward to this book. It's like a mystery series, and again, the main character is Walt Whitman, so yes. Alright, next we have another thriller. This is called Fell of Dark by Patrick Downs. This book is built on darkness and gloom of raw emotion and shattering poetry. It's not written in poetry, so maybe it's more of a just like the writing itself is beautiful. Fell of Dark delivers a raw, honest portrait, of two deeply troubled minds and the forces that drive them. In a single terrifying moment, Eric and Thorne reach their destiny, but have no choice but to watch. I don't know what that means. It sounded really good. It's very small, so I'm looking forward to reading it. If you've heard anything about this book or you've read it yourself, let me know down below. Alright, next I have Hellraisers by Alexander Gordon Smith. I'm kind of concerned because I don't know if I own this book or not. And that normally doesn't happen to me because I have kind of a photographic memory. I pretty much know what is on my shelves. But this one was hard, and I looked it up on my Goodreads, and I know I own this on my Kindle, and it said owned and Kindle, you know, in my shelves on Goodreads. And so I was worried that not only did I own this on my Kindle, but I already owned it in real life. If I do own this for reals, then I'll of course just give it away to you guys. But this is another Alexander Gordon Smith book. Some people say that this is a terrible series. It was like 99 cents. I wanted to give it a go. And I do own one of his longer series about teenagers being prisoned underground. I can't remember what it's called. I haven't started it yet. Story of my life. But yeah. This says the machine will give you anything if you're willing to risk everything. But it was blurred by Stephen King. Oh, no, it's not blurred. It says the Stephen King of YA horror. Alexander Gordon Smith is supposed to be really, really good of a horror writer. So, oh, here. I have this one. The Lockdown series. That's what it's called. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of those green books I own on my shelves. So, I wanted to pick this one up as well, because I can't help myself. All right, the next book coming out of the box is a fat one, and it's chubby. It's like a chunky, chubby book, which is so funny. I haven't read Mo Hader yet, but I've heard nothing but good things about this author, and so I have here Gone. And this is another book that wasn't under $3. I think this was like $5, but look how fat it is. Holy crap. Oh man, it's 651 pages. But it's cute. I like these little chunky books for some reason. They're very floppy and easy to read. And so if you've read anything by Mo Hader, what do you think of her? Let me know. All right, I have 4 more books. And, oh, these ones are cute. This one's a little messed up, which is kind of a bummer. Okay, so these are the 2 books that I still needed for my collection. I do own these books only in paperback, so I was totally bummed I had to buy them in hardcover, but I don't think they come out in paperback yet because everywhere I've looked only said hardcover. They do have this little plastic piece right here that kind of like goes through it. So this is book 5, which is The Inn of the Shadows, and then we have book 6, which is another shadow, and here's, you know, how you can see through it. Aren't they cute? I absolutely love these illustrations. This one's called And the Castle of Fear. So this is the Gustav Gloom series. It's about Fernie and Pearlie, who are the neighbors to Gustav Gloom, who lives in a shadow house. There are shadow houses all over the world. His is just one of many. And they realize how strange this boy is and how strange his house is. I read the first book to my children in March, and I am currently reading the second book. So yay to 5 and 6. Again, I really wish they were paperback just so that way it would match my collection, or if I could have just purchased all of them in hardcover, because these are very cute. All right, now I have here The Dead Boys by Royce Buckingham. This is another middle grade book. It says, before long the boy was dying, but the tree caught him in the place between life and death. It found that it could absorb the boy's vitality as it slowly leaked from his body. It sheltered him and would not let his spark wink out completely, for the boy's life force proved to be as potent as the sun, the earth, and the waterborne radiation. In fact, it was the most powerful energy source of all. But years later, when the boy's energy was almost fully sapped, the tree began to grow hungry again. Ooh. I'm trying to get my children into scary books, and so I'm slowly reading them a lot of middle grade scary books. I did read to them The Telltale Heart from Edgar Allan Poe, and that is too flowery for them. They were having a hard time keeping up, especially since I wanted to read to them The House of Usher and continue on with, so I'm putting the classics on hold for a little bit. I'm just going to read more middle grades. And the very last book I have here is another nonfiction, and it's called Inferno Revealed, From Dante to Dan Brown by Deborah Parker and Mark Parker. I really like Dan Brown's writing. It's very engaging and action-filled, and also historically, people say it's not accurate. He does have facts to back them up, and you can visit his website, and he shows all the details of where his stories take place. It just depends on what your idea of the truth is when it comes to Jesus and all of the things that go with it. So I really enjoy religion in general, just the knowledge of it, like the theology of religion. So I'm looking forward to reading this book and finding out what these people have to say. It sounds fascinating. I thought I saw like a map in here or something. Maybe not. Anywho, that was about 15 books, so let's check out the invoice. So the most expensive book on the list was $5.89. That was The Lost Causes, because it is so new. And the cheapest book was Disclaimer for 99 cents. Ooh, very exciting. Oh, and Hellraisers was 99 cents. Alright, so that was a steal, a bargain. I get really excited. If you go to Book Outlet and you're looking for cheap books and you hit sale, you could do it that way. Or you can just choose whatever genre you want, and then instead of, there's like a little tab that says you can put it in order of whatever you want. You can order it in by title, by author's name, by lowest to highest price wise, or ratings. And I just did lowest to highest price so I could see all of the books, because you never know what you're missing out on. I mean, did I need any of these books? Absolutely not. Am I happy to have them in my collection? Yes. In April I won't be buying any books, so don't expect a book haul in April. I think I have enough for this month. For the next 6 months. I don't need any more. Anyways, that is it. I will be, again, putting extra bits into this video, so I'm not going to have a sign off. I'll wait for tomorrow. Hello again, it's me. I am in the kitchen. I have my packages. I partially opened them so it'd be easier since I am vlogging this portion, and holding the phone up is hard. I don't know why it's so hard to keep it steady, but it is. And my hands are so wrinkled. You can't see it. Maybe you can. It's just so dry and wrinkled. I wash dishes and my hands constantly because I have children, and they just look so old and gross. That's how you can tell how old somebody is, by their neck and by their hands. Maybe that's just me. And the craters. I have crater lines in my forehead. Anyways, look at this. That's all my Costco shopping. I had to go Costco. I had to go to Target. I had to get some Starbucks. Dirty chais are the best. Yeah, we are leaving at 4 a.m. so we need to be ready to go. I wanted to finish up this video, and thankfully my packages came in. So in this package I got 2 books. Hopefully, here, let's switch hands. I'm in the kitchen because there's a lot of light in here and I don't have to, put up lamps, which I hate doing. Not that my lamps are very difficult to put up, but it is quite a hassle. Wow, just being alive is very stressful to me. Okay, ugly. The first thing I have here is, oh, I guess it's going to be the opposite for you. Sorry about that. I don't know how to fix that. This is Doris Lessing, Briefing for a Descent into Hell, a highly original, passionately imagined novel. I heard about this a long time ago when I was looking up mental, what is it called? I want to say asylum, but people get offended. Oh my gosh. Mental hospitals. That's the word. I was looking at mental hospitals. This one came up. This is a classic of some sort. It says an extraordinary blend of fantasy and realism. I am excited. I don't know. I don't know anything else about it. Wow, the font in this is just ridiculous. Wow, that's going to be difficult to read. I was getting these books for my birthday, and I wanted to make sure I was able to use the coupon. Ugh. Okay, check this out. If you have these books at home and would like to just trade me covers, let me know, because I know it's all about the content within the book, but sometimes I just can't handle the covers. So I really wanted The Collector by John Fowles. Is that, you can't see it because it's backwards. John Fowles, The Collector. This is a psychological thriller, a modern psychological thriller, and I really wanted I don't think it's from Puffin, but there's a really pretty vintage one with a purple butterfly on the front, and it's like a cream colored book. This is hideous. This is just awful. I hate it. But it was cheap. And this too, I hate it. There was a nicer cover that I wanted, but I wanted to be able to read these soonish, so I don't want to wait anymore. All right, those two books I've been interested in reading for a really long time. The Collector is part of my 52 books around the year. I really want to read that. I've heard nothing but good things about that book. And the last, if I can get it out of the package, book that I have to share with you for this book haul is, and I've been dying for this one, Suffer the Children by Greg DeLuey. A wild and edgy apocalyptic thrill ride, not for the faint of heart. I've heard that this is really, 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 really good. My friend Keely over at Bibliophile's Journey really liked this book. This also came in the Nocturnal Readers box, I believe like the month before I started getting the boxes, which makes me so sad. So I had to buy it. But when you buy books from Thrift Books, most of the time you can get all the books under $4. And if you buy $10 worth of books, then shipping is free. And again, I had a 20% off coupon for my birthday, so it wasn't too bad. And that is it. Those are all of the books that I wanted to talk about for the second half of my birthday book haul. Yeah, I'm excited to start packing for the trip. We did most of the packing last night, but we have to do the rest tonight, and then we're leaving at 4 a.m. So I need to drink my coffee and then go to bed pretty much. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you so much for watching these videos. I mean, it was kind of a rush, but I really did enjoy scheduling all of these videos. Maybe I'll do that more often, where I just schedule them so I definitely have videos up and I don't have to worry about, you know, filming every day and then trying to edit and upload that night. I think that's a good thing for me since I'm so bad at doing that. Anyways, thanks so much again, and I will talk to you when I get back.